Pasha here getting 3 huge headshots.
He's walking around and just walking in the stacks to Wonderland. He gets himself a hat-trick of frag. Bro have won.
And let me welcome you all back straight away. We are into the third map, which is going to be on Nuke between ENCORE and Copenhagen Wolves. The winner is going to be going to Gamescom to compete for a prize pool of $250,000. The loser here is going to not go. That's the main difference. These are the qualifications here. So welcome to Room on Fire. I'm Anders, and with me is, of course, Vendetta and Semler. And, I'm going to ask you this. Semler, don't say a word, but, Ven, how do you feel about this map being Nuke? Do you have any thoughts immediately?
Are you asking me or Ben?
I was asking Ben.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, I guess you go first, Sam.
No.
Sam took initiative, so...
No, it's really important that you go first, because we've already seen Copenhagen Wolves on Nuke, so I'm wondering...
Oh, okay, so...
It's
okay.
a trick. It's a trick.
This is a trick question. Well, okay, then. Okay, I'm just gonna go with what I've seen from Copenhagen Wolves in previous day on Nuke, and that's scary as hell.
Oh, you're right. It has been quite overwhelming for them. I think they beat the other Danish team, Uno Ain, 16-0. They beat Epsilon 16-1 on this map. So
yeah, and, you know, the old Copenhagen lineup won 16-2 versus NIP on this map. That's kind of how scary they are.
So obviously that doesn't say anything. Do we know anything about the Finnish team for this one? Because I really want to see a third map. I want the Finns to get another chance because I really think they had such a great performance in the first half on Inferno. I'm still a little bit disappointed they couldn't pick it up afterwards because it was looking really good for them. So do you think they have what it takes here?
Who knows? Then again, Copenhagen Wolves are super scary on Nuke.
Yeah.
They just are super scary there, and I don't actually have any sort of inkling as to how good ENCORE are on Nuke themselves. But I assume obviously they have some sort of strats planned for this. But yeah, Copenhagen Wolves. I think they're the big plus for Copenhagen Wolves is their CT side. I think that's by far their strongest side, and obviously that's kind of a given how it's Nuke. But I think their CT side is abnormally strong, like even compared to other teams. I think it's just that good, or it has been in the past.
Ben, you would be right, because they had an obscene performance versus Epsilon earlier today on Nuke, and their CT side just looked indomitable.
Yeah, so I think the key part for ENCORE is win knife.
Win knife and get the CT side start. That's pretty much it for ENCORE, I think. Because if they go into this and have to play T side, it's going to be really rough for them to get some rounds up against Copenhagen Wolves, unless they can pick up the pistol, right? It's like, that's the big thing. Epsilon didn't get the pistol, so it just turned into this slaughter where I think it was like 10 rounds in a row or something.
Yeah.
So it's like, that should not be allowed to happen here. ENCORE, they either need to pick up the knife or they need to pick up the pistol, or Copenhagen Wolves are going to roll them like they did the Frenchmen.
Yeah.
Or preferably both. It'd be great for the Finns here if they can pick up the knife round and the pistol round on the CT side. That'd really be a nice, strong start for them coming into this. Yeah, just again, a quick thanks to everyone who's still tuning in. I know it's been a long day. We are now approaching 11 hours of straight broadcast. We have had almost no breaks in this, and it's been one hell of a marathon day. But I'm pleased we got to do this weekend, Semler. I mean, this qualifiers has been amazing so far. Some incredible games. And yeah, you guys have been great for tuning in. We really appreciate it. I hope you guys are going to continue to follow and subscribe to the channel. And obviously, more than anything, tell your friends about it and just enjoy the show that's coming up here. It's going to be the second map in this best of 3 for the lower bracket quarterfinals, it must be.
This is it, lower bracket quarterfinals, but no, I believe these are the lower bracket semifinals. Regardless, winner of this goes on, and the winner of ESG Navi will move on as well. ESG Navi should be on the final map on Dust 2. Not quite sure what the score is there.
And look at this, Navi won on Dust 2 16-6, so they're going to go to Gamescom after all, in spite of all the trouble they ran into. That's huge.
Oh, we just saw that as well. I just saw the tweet from Seized. Very hard. I'm very happy we qualified to ESL 1 Cologne. There you go.
Okay. Well, I have to say I'm very happy as well. I think it would be a great tournament even without Navi, but I would have had a constant sort of itch on my back just thinking, where's Navi? Why isn't Navi here? So that makes me happy.
It wouldn't really feel the same. It's like you said, it would be a great tournament nonetheless, but it kind of feels more right if Navi's there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Another quick update, guys. We're going to try... There's a new command that's been added to Twitch, which is a hosting command whereby we can actually host other people's streams. And we're going to try and see if we can do that for the Face It North American tournament that they are hosting right here. So we're obviously not going to do it now because we're going to finish this. But once this is over, I think we're going to try and see if we can keep the channel on and then let Face It basically use our platform. So that means you guys can also continue to use your subscriber icons and everything else. Seems to be a good way to work. I've never tried it, so I mean, if nothing else, we're going to do it just for science and see if we can actually figure out how this command works. But yeah, the Face It guys are cool as well. So if we can help them out, we definitely want to. And especially because they're helping out the North American scene, which is great news. We want more and more and more North American Counter-Strike because those pesky Americans actually turn out to be pretty good at this game after all. Who would have thought?
Okay, just not to break your, I guess, announcement, but did Kerrigan actually die to a bot?
Oh, it's a bad sign.
I think he did.
He actually straight up died to a bot with the UMP when he was actually trying to kill the bot. What?
We can never let Kerrigan live this down now.
For
Oh
shame,
man,
Kerrigan.
it just caught me off guard. You do not see that every day. But yeah, like, really cool that Face It are branching into North America. I don't think a lot of people actually realize, but the puck system that Face It has in Europe is also available for Americans.
Yes, it is.
So that, and it's free. So people who aren't willing to pay for ESA should definitely check that out.
Yep, definitely agree. So really good idea. Now let's see how this is going to all unfold here. We got the 9th round coming up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be the second map in this best of 3. We're on Nuke between ENCORE, the Finnish team, and Copenhagen Wolves, which right now have a 1-map lead. They won on Inferno after a pretty huge deficit. They managed to bring it back. And now this 9th round may be the most important 9th round ENCORE are going to have in a very long time, I think.
Pretty much. This is potentially the map riding on the line here because we've already had a taste of what Copenhagen Wolves are capable of on this map, and it is not pretty if they start on the CT side. You kind of get flashbacks to Dignitas basically in their prime on this map, just shutting teams down and taking 13 rounds in a row. So we shall see if it's possible here, but so far it's looking like an ENCORE knife round here.
Yeah, the Danes are being sliced like bacon at the moment. Just no chance at all, which is really good. SMF can still do this, but he won't. So very important stuff. This seems like nothing. Normally we don't give a lot of weight to knife rounds, but this one was huge. ENCORE, the first part of the requirement for winning this map has been fulfilled. Now the second one is winning the pistol round. It's easier said than done.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can see the guys are joking about how important the knife actually is. The Copenhagen Wolves guys going around with first knife loss. GG. Even though, and this is kind of how scary Copenhagen Wolves are on the CT side, at least in the past, I actually think ENCORE needs to win the pistol round on the CT side. I think if you let Copenhagen Wolves get 3 terrorist rounds just right off the bat, you're gonna have a really hard time actually denying them anything else for the rest of the half.
So check this out. Flash for outside. Glaive also has a smoke. Exart going to be body shot immediately. He doesn't have any body armor, so look at the instant aim punch coming out. He's down to 10 HP, and that allows for one guy to get down to lower. Are they going to keep going here? The Danes, well, they're infiltrating the courtyard at the moment.
They're actually all over the place. They're hanging around close. Look at Glaive really close up to main, hunting for Exart, but they're going to come up from vents, and it's going to be an A upper play here, and this works magically for Copenhagen Wolves. They've got the man advantage, and they're going to get the plant, and there isn't a whole lot ENCORE can do about this right now.
Say it isn't so. Reflex is still up here. He may be the last hope for the Finns right now. Exart's on 10 HP. This is all on Reflex, and he certainly has the aim and the talent to make it happen, but he's in a 1-on-4 basically alone here. Exart can't do much. He's going to charge down. Brave play, but I'm not sure it's enough here. Reflex is getting overwhelmed and tries to reload in just a whole frenzy of Danish players, and that's going to be Copenhagen Wolves taking the pistol round in the first half. And I think everyone's hearts maybe just sunk a little bit here, because that was definitely a critical round.
It was, but people should not have their hearts sinking. They should be rejoicing, because that was a beautiful pistol round from Copenhagen Wolves. If you ever want to see how to properly execute a T-pistol on a map like Nuke, definitely download the demo of this game and basically just copy paste whatever Copenhagen Wolves said. Or I guess
That was really sick.
Yeah, you
was
could really go
sick.
into detail what they did person by person. That was just really nice, especially with the move with how Glaive coming up from the vents. That was really, really nice.
This time, all Copenhagen Wolves have to do is not get killed by CSAT 75, which is not as easy as it seems on a map like this. You kind of do have to get close to the CTs at one point or another, and I don't know, maybe ENCORE can bring it back. That would be just a miracle at this point. Almost divine intervention if they can actually come up with a round here and shut down Copenhagen Wolves. But the Danes are playing it really safely. They're staying in large packs once again, making sure nobody gets picked off single-handedly, and that's the right call.
That's the way to play it. You know, stick together. Don't allow any opportunity to ENCORE to pick up a rifle, basically. And they just want to make sure that they shut them out. Take the time. Take all the time in the world. 35 seconds left. They're going to end up having to make a call, but they're just going to kind of zerg around.
Yeah, and where are they going to go eventually? It's going to be the ramp room coming in from both sides, actually. Well, no, actually, sorry. They're just going to be coming in from lower and from ramp, so it's working out really well. Natu and Cologne left, and nobody dying yet for Copenhagen Wolves. This is really scary. They're building a large economy, and things seem to be going well for the Danes.
Yeah, Cologne is not going to have much of a chance here. 1v5 in the vents. He's been spotted as well. Nico gets the instant headshot on him. Cleans it up in another near-perfect anti-eco round, actually. That's two very, very solid rounds for Copenhagen Wolves. Nuke is clearly a map that they feel comfortable on, that they've put some work in on.
Yeah. Oh, I'm waiting. That fourth round is still going to be critical. I mean, if they can stop them at 3, if they can make sure the Danes don't get above 3, so this basically finishes 12-3. I mean, the Finns are definitely still in it. We don't want to call it too soon here, but it's obviously a really bad sign of what's happening so far. Natsu going to get picked off as well. Xat, maybe next in line.
Alright, now everyone on ENCORE is just getting picked off instantly. And I don't really see Copenhagen Wolves actually losing any members as long as they play this safely. Glaive doesn't really have to do anything for the rest of the round, and this should be pretty much the most perfect anti-ecos you could ask for.
That's about it, right? Like, right now it feels like we're getting a pretty nice class on how to play a pretty sick pistol round for T-side, and then how to play your anti-eco round on Nuke afterwards.
Yeah.
Maybe Hellraiser should be taking
notes.
notes.
Yeah, Hellraisers, take notes. Definitely.
Well, AWP picked up from Xat, but on the other team, it's Nico with an AWP. And actually, he has pretty much a really, really forward spawn here. So Xat's going to be here beforehand. He's actually going to smoke off as well. And now Nico, he's going to be boosted up. Xat's looking towards that box, but Nico, he's lightning fast. And if Xat peeks out, it's going to be the opening kill. This round, if they lose this round, I'm not sure ENCORE is ever going to come back in this map.
It's not going to be good enough. They don't manage to pick up Glaive. They can't get the 1-for-1 out in yard, and that's not going to help them here. ENCORE now down a man. Have to cover more ground on Nuke as well, which is a rat's warren. So tough to be able to lock it down. They just have to manage to get onto these sites and have the right calls. And Copenhagen Wolves, we actually saw the right calls come from them when facing Epsilon earlier on today.
Oh my god.
What the hell, Nico? What was that?
Toggle on. He just aimed straight for reflex. Now he's been served notice. There is no hiding from Nico. That was one hell of a sick shot.
Talk about being put on notice.
God damn. That was dead on, too. That was like zero hesitation, dead on, right on the money.
And Nico, he has just been unleashed. That is sickening. Takes down Natu as well. And ENCORE, this is the first buy round for them, and things are looking horrendous. Reflex goes down. Cologne inside with a good double kill. He's going to be killed. Now Disturbed charging in, going to not pick off any more people. Nico will get the triple kill and put Copenhagen Wolves at a massive advantage.
Yeah, this is going to be most likely 5-0 or 0-5, depending on how you want to rate it. But yeah, because again, ENCORE has the eco, and we saw how well Copenhagen Wolves executed their anti-ecos. They just run as a group, a big bowl.
Yeah, they don't really give too many opportunities, or they don't necessarily. They can split up, but it's two guys, right?
Yeah,
it's two guys going together.
Yeah, nobody's going solo. It's like Nico and Glaive pushing out till secret, and then kind of just hanging out there. And waiting for rotations, waiting for people to peek out while, the other group on the map actually does something together. But that...
Not to.
Yeah. That's enough getting caught out of his group. Like, he didn't have his, what's it called?
His buddies.
Buddy system. Yeah, he didn't, follow the buddy system. So he was left alone. And It cost them.
And he ran into a stranger.
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's the man with the candy in the van.
No, let's not depict Nato that way, because he's probably one of the friendliest guys you will ever meet in your life.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Natu's awesome.
Yeah, Nato is.
He's gonna be at Assembly too. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm jealous. I miss Nato a lot. All right, Disturb's going to be looking here. Around the corner, it's going to be Kerrigan peeking in against 2 people. Still picks up the 1 and easily gets the second one. And this is now just Ixart up on blue. Hut. He's going to be going down. Nico will find him for another triple kill and a total of 10, 1, and 0. Nico hasn't died yet, and neither has Pimp. And neither has Glaive. Ladies and gentlemen, this is...
SMF needs to clearly step up his game here. What's going on, SMF?
Well, that's
seriously,
the issue,
bro.
you
You're
know?
not making the cut right now. This is not good.
The buddy system works in pairs, right? And there's 5 people on a team, so SMF is obviously the one who doesn't have a buddy.
He's the black sheep.
Yeah, he really is. Like, he's the guy they're willing to sacrifice.
He's the stand-in as well. Normally it's Cajun playing here, so maybe that's why they just don't care.
Yeah, that might be it.
That's a good point.
That's
a good
brutal.
point.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
brutal.
they've invited him to the birthday party just because they had to, but really he's going to be sitting in a corner and nobody really, wants to hang out with him. That's just mean.
Does he get cake?
Well, he still gets cake because in the end, if Copenhagen Wolves win, cake.
It's going to be a little bit of cake
Right.
around. Going to be a little bit of beer if I know these guys correctly. Flashes are raining in here. It's going to be, it's a Sunday evening, so they're probably going to have to go to work. Nico goes down. Good shot from Reflex. Now is going to be the time. ENCORE need to win this. Ixart going to take down Glaive, and this is a good start. Finally, a good start.
This is ENCORE, but they have a long road ahead of them. At this point, ENCORE need to show a bit of the Danish in them, really, and just lock it down, run 10 rounds in a row versus Copenhagen Wolves. Because Copenhagen Wolves, I almost want to compare them to Dignitas, where it's just like 5 rounds is more than enough for them on Nuke. Like, from what they've demonstrated already today, 5 rounds is monstrous, and this early in the half as well, there's so much pressure on the Finns. Pimp gets the entry frag undisturbed at ramp. He's going to make it past Ixart too late to be able to stop that rotation.
Now 2 up here in a really great position, going to be peeking up, gets taken down from Pimp, and what the hell is going on? They should have this round. Now they're charging around. Reflex gets a kill, but the bomb is going to go down, and even though I don't think SMF can win this, again, he's the odd kid out here in a 1-on-3. All his teammates have died, and he's going to be going down. So they win the round, but they lose a couple of rifles, and they also allow Copenhagen Wolves to get a lot more money than they already have. There's 14,000 on Pimp. This is still a very bad situation for the Finnish team, unfortunately.
This is the first round that any of them have died.
Yeah,
that's
Pimp
true.
is 8-1-1. Nico 10-1-1. They haven't had to spend a dime. Pimp actually has 16 grand right now. 6 rounds into Nuke, he has 16 grand. That's unheard of.
Yeah. And yeah, it was also the first round Glaive died, if I'm not mistaken. Although we're not able to see it because he's reconnecting right now, but yeah.
All right, well, that gives us a bit of a moment to welcome everyone who's been reconnecting back in. Thank you again for joining us. We are in the 7th round of the second map, on the first half of that map, and right now Copenhagen Wolves have a golden start here to Nuke. They're on the terrorist side. They win the pistol round, and they win, 5 rounds in a row before ENCORE are able to put a stop to them. That is terrifying. The Finns, they need to win this map, otherwise they're going to get eliminated, and it will be Copenhagen Wolves going to Gamescom to compete for the $250,000 prize pool. So there's a lot on the line here. And the Finnish team, it's getting late for everyone, and I guess the Finns is even 1 time zone further back. So is it like 1 o'clock in Finland right now?
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock in Finland right now.
That's also really unfortunate. I guess the Danes have a bit of an advantage. It's just 12 o'clock here in Denmark, but everyone is getting really tired, and the Finns, I don't know. This is really, really sad. I really want to see a third map right now, but it's looking like it's really far away.
Yeah, but I guess the good thing we could take out of this game is that Copenhagen Wolves just look so ridiculously strong on this map. But I think it's really cool that because you rarely see this map being played that often anymore because teams like Na'Vi veto it out and nobody dares to play NIP on it, right? I think a team like Copenhagen Wolves would easily take that challenge for NIP.
Well, the other Danish team will. Dignitas don't mind playing against NIP on Nuke. So maybe it's just... That's what we were discussing earlier. Maybe it's just like a Danish thing. I don't know what the history is on this map in Source and 1.6, but...
Well, in Source, they were ridiculous at Nuke. Fetish-led teams were just like running all over the place, getting like 8 terrorist rounds on Nuke, just having a field day.
Oh, great pick-off there. Ixart with a really nice shot. So maybe there is a history going into playing this one for the Danes. But right now, I don't think they're going to come through in this round here. Very likely going to be 2-5, and Exart here in another good position. Should be able to pick up a kill easily if they move forward.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's basically the standoff here for Encore. Copenhagen Wolves, still 2 members. SMF will find 1 kill. Nicely done. No, actually, Exart will get the drop on him. My mistake. Nico now alive, running towards ramp. 20 seconds left on the clock. Natu in a great position to stop him, however. So Nico should not have any luck here. He's going to get caught by Natu. He gets the headshot. And Encore put 2 rounds on the board. They're chaining them together. Yeah. They have a long way to go as far as the money is this for Copenhagen Wolves. But this is it's a series of steps that need to be taken at this point. And Encore, they've taken 2 baby steps.
Yeah, and there's still money on Copenhagen Wolves. That's the really annoying part here. Even if they lose this upcoming round, they'll still be able to pull a buy together. It's not going to be a perfect buy, but they will be able to do it. It's only if ENCORE can win this round and the next one that they can finally force an eco, and that might be good. The A rush is coming out, and they're getting grilled. Coming out of short, up on Squeak as well. Going to take down 1 here. Reflex goes down, and it's back into a 2-on-2. Oh,
How?
No.
How? Holy hell, that they actually managed to recover that Copenhagen Wolves. I thought for sure that it was going to go Encore's way. Now I'm pretty sure that it is going to go Encore's way because Glaive is now in a 1v2 and the bomb has been dropped.
But look at the time. Look how much time Glaive has to actually run around and pick up. He's not actually going to spend any other time, but I was going to say he could have rotated all the way around the map and just tried to look for someone.
I'm actually kind of disappointed he didn't go behind Disturb or Exart from Secret, because he definitely heard the guy rotating away from main towards Secret, and you could see that he was running halfway through the smoke to actually run after him, but he opted to go down the vents instead.
Has Disturb not heard him drop down? I don't think he has. Now Glaive, Disturb thinking about it. Glaive, if he walks up here, he's going to get a free kill on Disturbed right there, and now it's a 1-on-1. This just cannot happen. They can't lose the situation. Exart, he's going to go up again, forcing Exart to come up, and Glaive even has a smoke. Wait for it. 20 seconds left. Grenade to follow here. Exart down to 60. 18 seconds left. It's a really strange situation. Exart's going to come out and he goes down. And oh no. ENCORE, they could not afford to lose that round.
Oh, they really couldn't.
That's bad. That's really bad for ENCORE right now. And when Disturbed is going to have to get dropped to FAMAS, Exart still has enough to be able to pick up an AWP, though, so there is one, like the silver lining there is that ENCORE still have enough money to put together a buy, but they're limited on nades, and Copenhagen Wolves certainly do not have to worry about their money. They still have a bank, which is absolutely ridiculous, that they still have so much money.
Yeah. Oh, man. Just when you think it's starting to get on the tracks here, I mean, especially because of that the way that round started, Vendetta, they actually ran 2 people out hot right into a Molotov and just instantly died, and somehow we still ended up in a 2-on-2 and then a 1-on-2.
Yeah, I think Reflex were, I guess, the one you could put as a scapegoat in that round. Him being a bit too eager coming out from ladder room and getting picked off versus 2 Copenhagen Wolves members. Yeah. So that was a bit unfortunate for the Finnish team, and yeah, I completely agree with you. I thought seeing the first 2 frags of that round, I was like, oh yeah, this is easy round for the CT side.
That's exactly what I thought. Oh, Disturbed almost misses the timing there, and he's going to go down. Glaive opens up. Very unfortunate for Disturbed. He was just going to try and flash in, try and buy some more time, and force the Danes back. Reflex outside. Got to be careful he doesn't get his face shot off with that AWP. But right now it's a 4-on-5, and Caron waiting for a headshot. Carrigan is going to take it. Everything seems to be working for the pesky Danes here. Reflex looking for a shot. Going to take down 1, and he's alone in a 1-on-3 with a bomb planned. And this is going to be a 7th round, and then ENCORE will have no money to buy at all.
No, exactly. Does Reflex go for it as he's decided to back off, and he is making his way slowly towards Secret. But look at Copenhagen Wolves. They're already on the hunt. Nico gets spotted out. Good kill there by Reflex, but SMF going to catch Reflex jumping. Needs to land the shot, and he gets the headshot in the end. ENCORE not allowed to save. They get no breaks in this match. Copenhagen Wolves, they have no mercy. The pack is on the hunt, and they smell blood. They don't believe in giving their prey a chance.
Not at all. I mean, this is terrifying. I actually have no more words left. It's a real shame, isn't it? But I've got to wonder how we ended up with these 2 maps, because Copenhagen Wolves, they picked Inferno earlier against some of the other teams, and we know how strong they are at Nuke, so I'm wondering how ENCORE ended up playing these 2 maps in particular against them as the first 2.
I think they had a actually really good chance of beating them on Inferno. I think it more or less came down to how they played their CT set and how they whenever they lost a person, they lost the bomb site, and that's never how you want to play your CT side. You want to be able to actually pace the push from the T side in, so you have the opportunity to rotate and actually have a pretty okay defense at a bomb site at any given time, and continuously put on pressure, you know, delay bomb plants and whatnot. ENCORE wasn't able to do that on Infernal, so I think that's why they lost the CT side, because we did see a great T side coming out of them. On Nuke, not really. I think it's more down to Copenhagen Wolves being a better team on Nuke than ENCORE here, but it's also a lot of small things. Like, for instance, we saw them buy up the previous round, and Disturbed was stuck with a FAMAS. The only guy who was stuck with a FAMAS. They push up a ramp, and he actually nails one guy in the head, but since he has a FAMAS, it does less damage, so the guy survives to 5 HP. If he gets that one kill, that buys time for rotations, he can potentially put more damage onto another member. All those small things are just not going the way of ENCORE right now.
Well, let's see. Nico's up on the Marshmallow, or the Silo if you prefer, with an AWP. Waiting for someone to peek. There's going to be Exart and Reflex both, and Nico's actually going to just fall down here. So now they're going to try and rotate back in towards the A-bomb side where the push is happening. Natu will go down, and inside, Karon in a lot of trouble. Nico picks up a kill like Exart. Karon has to stay alive and get a hell of a lot of kills right now, otherwise this is not working out. Copenhagen rolls around the corner. Great shot from Karon, but it still leaves Disturbed alone in a 1-on-3, and I mean, for all the sadness going into this one, you got to give some credit to Copenhagen Wolves for playing as stunningly as they are right now.
Yeah,
I think Disturbed is tired. I think they're getting tired because Disturbed should have been able to clearly see Nico there.
Yeah, like previously, as Nico crossed over,
you saw his hip around the angle there, like and there was no reaction out of Disturbed.
The belt of the model, yeah,
that was odd.
Well, it is closing in on what?
Well, these teams have been playing as long as we've been casting, so this has been going on 11 hours now. That's a long time to play best of 3 CS.
It really is.
You could say that. Yeah, probably a little bit tiring. And then when you're losing as well... Oh, Kerrigan. That's going to get picked off. That was funny.
Well, Karon up close, but then Glaive comes in through main, and that's going to clean him up. Man advantage going Copenhagen Wolves' way by a factor of 2. No, they got 2. They got 2 man advantage right now. This is looking pretty damn good right now for the Danes. They continue to hammer Disturbed through the wall. Nico and an in style. 10 rounds now. This is just feeling like cleanup at this point for the Danes. I mean, they've got massive cash, and they've got a massive round lead. We're in the 13th round, and it's the score that we expected has been reversed, basically.
Yeah. I guess all we can do is pretty much look at the bright side and see how well Copenhagen Wolves are playing in their T side. Because I don't think there's too much wrong about how ENCORE are playing their CT side. It's a pretty vanilla CT setup for the most part. It's just that Copenhagen Wolves are really good at actually
I'm just impressed. I'm just really impressed with how good they are on the T side as well. Because the CT side was really impressive versus Epsilon, and it wasn't much of a contest on this map. So Copenhagen Wolves just really rolled through. But this is kind of proving that it wasn't a fluke. Like, Copenhagen Wolves, even on their T side, you can't take them lightly. They just know the ins and outs of this map.
That they do. Now, good kill comes in on Nico, who's been a bit of a terror so far. So nice that XR was able to kill him outside. Definitely a good AWP shot. It's going to be 10-2, the current scoreline. We're in the 13th round here of this second map. Still the first half, but we'll see if they can change it around. Glaive's going to pick off XR after a really great flash. And it's back into a 4-on-4.
And things kind of settle here. 40 seconds left. Bomb needs to get picked up. It's currently waiting over in lobby for some, brave terrorist to come and hoist it on his back. And he is going to get picked up by SMF. Kerrigan sneaking up in ramp, manages to overwhelm Reflex with the AWP. Glaive finds Natu from main, and this is falling apart. Pimp rotates up through heaven. They're just coming from all over the place. ENCORE don't know where to look anymore. Copenhagen Wolves, they're like a whirlwind.
It's like every time a member of ENCORE looks away from his designated spot for a millisecond, a Copenhagen player pops up the second he turns around.
I think that's what we just saw in this round. You're exactly right. Everyone I swapped to was looking the wrong way, basically, and just getting picked off from a different angle. And including Disturbed here. Glaive is going to take him down. Triple from Glaive, the Danish captain here. It's going to be 11-2, and Copenhagen Wolves showing that other teams probably need to stay away from this map when they're picking against them, because this is really turning into something different, I would say. Something quite scary.
Yeah, and it also makes me kind of sad because, well, this is a team who's really good on the T side as well, which is something that you should be credited for on a map that's so hard to play on the T side is Nuke.
Yeah.
But we're most likely not gonna get to see them play because what?
Okay, Exart, huge style points for that one. If nothing else, he's going to go home with that kill in the bag. I'm not sure it's going to be a great consolation, but from our point of view, definitely. I think if we could all stand up and just give a moment to Exart for that one, that was really good.
I tip my fedora.
Exactly.
You tip your fedora, really, bro? I actually have a fedora. I'm going to go get it.
Oh, you have a beret and a fedora?
Damn straight.
You're like that. You're the hat man. You're the official hat man.
But now look at Carrigan here.
I only have 2 hats. Actually, no, I have 3. I have a beanie.
Okay.
If Carrigan actually finds this timing, it's 40 seconds left. If Exart looks the wrong way, or if he goes down the ladder even worse, then things are going to go really bad here. He's not. Alright, good.
They spotted him now, though. They know that he's up in vents. 7 HP left on Cologne. And 2 on 2, even as far as the health is concerned. Gear, maybe not as much, but still, this is a round where ENCORE could have an impact. Copenhagen Wolves, seems like they managed to sneak their way out onto A site, and this is not going to go well for the Finns.
The decision-making on Copenhagen Wolves now is just so good. The fact that they ended up in this A bomb site to begin with is very, very smart. I mean, this is really scary. Carrigan now in a 1-on-2, but he can definitely win it. It's Scout, and they line up for him. He's going to get the 1 kill spray. No, he won't! 7 and 13 HP, and ENCORE, they managed to win it. Oh, man, but that, I mean, Ven, are you enjoying how they ended up in their A-bomb site? Because I definitely was.
Well, patient play, and especially from Carrigan. He let SMF use a lot of time to really draw the attention that he needed, and he didn't really rush it by actively pushing on Exart was in the ladder room.
Yeah.
I just really enjoyed watching that. And I think that's one of the reasons why we see Copenhagen Wolves being so good at this map on the T side.
11-3, and we're moving into the final round of this first half here in the second map. Copenhagen Wolves took the first map on Inferno, and right now, ENCORE is basically staring defeat right in the eyes. The Danish team has proven just tremendously powerful. In spite of ENCORE winning the knife round, and we were sort of hoping they would pick up the pistol round, they weren't able to. And since then, it's just been one long reign of Copenhagen Wolves players making really good individual plays and really good tactical teamwork coming out from the Danes here. This is a bit of a statement, I would say, because actually, even the other Danish team that's really good, Dignitas, they're mainly good on the CT side. And, I mean, their shining moments aren't really on the terror side, so this is really cool. Altogether, just very cool, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I'm just getting a tiny bit confused.
Just really cool.
Yeah, I was watching the chat going on in game, and yeah, we just got really confused there. Apparently 3 of them crashed, but they haven't really crashed, and nobody needs to pause, and nobody was lagging, but they're still paused, and yeah. That was a bit of a mess.
They're getting inside ENCORE's head. That's what it's all about right now. You know, it's the mind games.
Well, they're getting into my head.
Last round of the half. Exart with the headshot on Nico to start, though. That's going to be a very fine beginning here for ENCORE. A chance to save their honor here. Pick up the last round of the half. End with 4 on the CT side, please.
Yeah, that would be something. Would it be enough? Almost certainly not. Exart is really angry, though. Picking up some good kills here, and that will make a difference. 11-4. I put it like this. If ENCORE bring this round back in the second half, it'll be the most insane comeback we've ever seen on Nuke, almost.
I love Exart right now, though. 3 kills. He's just like, nope, Pimp. I was thinking, you know, when Pimp is jumping on silo, I'm like, yep, Exart's going to get him, too. Pimp is not in a good position right now. Carrigan gets caught by Disturbed over in ramp, and Reflex will find SMF. So, ENCORE, they finish in style this first half. Everybody lives, 4 rounds on the board, and now going into the second half, can they get the pistol? Ven, do you believe?
I want to believe, but, you know, there's gonna be... No, man,
that's not what I'm looking for. This is a question of faith. You believe or you don't, you're out.
I don't, unfortunately. I have to bail on my Finnish friends. Yeah.
Burning in the fires of, you know, Finnish hell.
I'm gonna get some messages from Disturbed later, I'm sure.
Definitely. All right, well, guys, the second half is coming up here. The score is 11-4 in favor of Copenhagen Wolves. They're just reconnecting in, and then they'll be good to go. So remember, welcome to Room on Fire again. This has been a very long day. We're approaching the 12-hour casting mark in about 45 minutes, so maybe we'll fall short of just 12 hours, but it's been really crazy. And yesterday was just as crazy. So 2 days with almost basically 24 hours of streaming, but it's been well worth it. You guys have been amazing, and it's not quite over yet. And again, we're 15 followers now short of the 150,000 mark.
Apparently we hit it.
Did we hit it? I just updated and it said 50. It said almost, but not quite.
Oh, still? Oh, man. Damn, we're so close.
Mine says 149,985. So 15 more people follow the channel. We're at 150K, and that's a new record for the channel, of course. Really, really proud. We're also at 943 subscribers, so we're about 57 subscribers away from the 1,000 subscriber mark. So a huge thanks to everyone who's been subscribing. It's a real pleasure to have this kind of impact, and I hope you guys can...
It's amazing.
Yeah, it means a lot to us, and it helps us out a whole lot. So keep doing it, and we'll keep trying to bring you this this great Counter-Strike right here.
Yeah. And were we planning on doing a sub giveaway?
Yes, we were. Actually, we'll be doing that. You're right. I completely forget, and I won't. If we forget it, then please remind me again, because we are doing.
Here's what we're gonna do. If we can hit 1,000 subs tonight, I'll give away my knife.
Oh
shit.
Okay, so, well, I was going to give away a Snapchat Desert Eagle, because the one knife I have, I feel like I really can't give that away, because it was given to me by one of the viewers, and I promised him I would use it, so I'm not going to, I don't want to betray that, but...
This is my knife, and it's the only one I've got, but I will give it away if we hit 1,000 subs tonight.
Do you know why that's the only knife you got?
Because I'm insanely lucky? And
no,
opened
because
a case?
the second one you had, you gave to me.
I gave to you as
For
well,
some reason.
You know what's worse is that Tweede actually gave me the knife that I gave to you. So
it's just like a hand-me-on?
Like, wait, you gave away the knife I gave you? I was like, well, it's Ben, man. Like, I had to give him a knife, man. You know, so...
Well, I can get behind that.
I
can get behind that argument. Yeah, I can completely get behind that sentiment.
But if we get 1,000 subs tonight, guys, to cap off this fucking magnificent qualifier that we've had 2 days running now, 24 hours of CS, I will give away my knife. Oh, and it's a huntsman knife. I can't remember what the skin is called, but it's a huntsman knife.
It's got stuff on it.
It's got stuff on it, and some people call it bird shit, but I still think it looks cool. So you guys,
but wait, doesn't Natu have the same knife as you? I want to say yes.
Natu has the same knife actually. So if you want to watch Natu, you can see what the knife looks like.
All right,
get the cam set up.
It's the knife cam. We'll definitely do it. We'll keep you guys updated exactly on what the followers are like, or the subscribers. I mean, again, the subscriber program is a really big part of our income here for the channel. It's a big reason why we can keep doing what we're doing. So it really means a lot to us. And obviously, we'll try and do more giveaways in the future with the explicit purpose of getting more people to subscribe so that we can make more money on it. That's no secret. That's obviously what we're looking for here. But also, we do want to pay something back to all of you. That's not out of our minds either, because it really does mean a lot. And I think we can promise we'll do a couple of more skin giveaways in the future, and maybe even try and see if we can do something else. But yeah, we have a lot of plans coming up, a lot of stuff we haven't announced yet with the channel, and it's going to come up in the future once we are ready for it. So,
but you know where you should go and tune in if you want to keep track of it? At our subreddit, because we don't have a website yet, but we do post news to /r/roomonfire at reddit.com. So if you guys, that's kind of like our forums right now. So if you want to keep up to date with what's going on with the channel and take part in the Room on Fire community, go and check that out. But it looks like, guys, we are live with our second half here of potentially the final map of the qualifiers.
Yeah, here it comes. So 970 right now. 970 is where we're at when the round starts. So we'll see if we can get there by the end of this second half here. It's going to be of absolute vital importance for ENCORE to pick up this pistol round. If they don't, it's all over and done. And even if they do, it's probably still done. But I mean, if it's going to be a miracle beyond the explanation here if they can actually win this.
I think that's fair.
Here's to hoping.
Here's to hoping, yeah. That's this is going to be one hell of a round here. ENCORE gathered up in radio, though. One man holding out in yard. That's disturbed, making sure the Copenhagen Wolves can't get cheeky and push up. But here we go. The push begins, and they're going straight into ramp. And actually through ramp, it's going to be straight up hell. And Glaive sees it coming.
Yes, he does. And this is obviously a huge play here from the Danish captain. Now the game is up, basically. ENCORE tipped their hand, and Glaive saw it coming. Called their bluff. Now he's just defending, and they're going to be running back down ramp. This is like a Counter-Strike circus at this point here. They're running back down. Yeah, exactly. Carrigan down here. SMF picks up the first kill. Going for a second one is Carrigan. Not going to get it. He just gets shot in the face. But SMF is doing all the work here. Oh,
Whoa,
triple
SMF.
kill. SMF, I think they're glad they invited him to the party after all. Now it's going to be Glaive and Nico left 2-on-1. Reflex has to come up massive in this 1-on-2, but Glaive is waiting. Oh, shot! Comes out. Defuse attempted here. Nico's ready for him, and Reflex will come up big. The jackpot, the quad kill, and ENCORE, they get to win the pistol round after all. Well played.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're at 994 subs, guys.
Yeah, it's
It looks
insane.
like I'll be giving away my knife after all.
And you know who one of the subs is? It's Freiburg.
Freiburg, you troll!
Freiburg
If you win this, you are not getting my knife.
Freiburg subscribed and said give knife in all caps. It's really, really hard not to love Freiburg. That's what it's down to. Okay, we're at 11-5 here, and obviously a good win here from ENCORE. Let's see if they can pull it all the way through. I mean, Vendetta, what order of magnitude of comeback are we talking about for ENCORE to come back from this one?
Godzilla magnitude? Well, I guess we're talking about a 9.4 on the Richter scale.
Well, the question is, do ENCORE have the old Godzilla roar or the new badass Godzilla roar?
I think the old one does have its charm.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not that bad of, the badass CGI and all that, but,
New one is pretty dope, though.
Oh,
yeah,
look,
I guess.
look at this. I'm sorry to interrupt the Godzilla conversation, but SMF is here with the Deagle. Oh my lord, the triple Deagle! One of them, two of them headshots, and Natu's alone! SMF has turned out to be actually Godzilla, and he just ate three of the members on ENCORE, and now Natu. The face that he has behind his name is pretty accurate for what just happened. He's got to be wondering what just happened to his whole team.
That is soul-shattering. A Deagle, no less. A dirty Deag. And SMF has 3 frags under his belt. ENCORE making the YOLO play straight up onto A site. Goes for the first man, gets the spray, but then Glaive ruins his day. This is it, gentlemen. Copenhagen Wolves are 4 rounds away from moving on to the main event at Gamescom.
SMF has actually come from, 0-3 to now top fragging at 15. He's tied with Nico, but this is a pretty big measurement of how well he's been doing here throughout the rest of the game. And again, I think he's just a stand-in, right? It's still Cajun B, who's just on vacation, who's actually the main player. So SMF is really helping out Copenhagen Wolves here. I definitely hope they at least give him a little bit of cake after this.
Well, at least let him join your buddy group.
Yeah.
At worst.
The buddy program. Outside, it's a complete slaughter. It will be 13-5 here. And now they have money to buy on the Finnish side, but I don't know.
You say they have money, but really, do they really?
Real quick, guys, we have reached 1,039 subs.
What?
So,
1,013? What?
1,039 subs. Huge shout out to everybody subbing in right now. That's sick. But
Just jump by 40.
We'll do a raffle. We'll do a raffle after the match. Once we finished, well do a raffle, and we'll see who's the lucky sub to win my knife.
Jumped more close to 80. That's the most ridiculous sub train I've ever witnessed. What the hell is going on, guys? Well, as a huge thank. Of course, this is incredible. My God. Well. Very, very pleased by all of this, and a little bit overwhelmed as well. Did not expect that at all. Okay, 13-5 here, and it's... no one wants to be the guy who brings down the party, but... And actually, so I'm going to let you do it, Vendetta, because that's usually your job anyway. Here,
I'm great at it.
How much enthusiasm do you have for ENCORE right now? I find it hard to summon a lot of energy to pick this back up.
Right about now, I'm as hopeful of an ENCORE comeback as I am excited to see the Eurovision Song Contest.
No, guys, no. I have the best. Hashtag ENCORE Believe.
Hashtag ENCORE Believe. Well, Glaive with a kill here. Pimp, 1, 2. Then it's going to go down. Reflex in a 1-on-1. The spray is real, but SMF, the hero from last round, is still alive and has the health advantage. He's going to be jumping down, and then... Where is he going? What is doing? I don't know. SMF walking all the way around. This is like a next level fake coming out.
Yeah, Reflex is probably going to assume that SMF is going to come from... Oh, actually, well, yeah, I would assume main and heaven. That would be the most logical
SMF could
choices.
walk right past him here. SMF could actually walk right past him here.
But he
No,
doesn't.
he doesn't. He's gonna get the kill, but still, that was a real possibility.
Okay, then. Well, I think you're right. That would have been the most hilarious moment if he had just walked in and tried to defuse the bomb, and he would have walked out right behind him. I think SMF would have been really wondering what that was, but...
That's happened to me on MM, and I haven't laughed that hard in a very long time.
And people are still subscribing. This is insane. We have to find more stuff to give away because I can't really, like... I mean, I feel like so many people are subscribing now, so...
We're up to 1,100 subs, guys. 1,100. It's insane. You guys are all baller. Just amazing.
Yeah, very, very cool, guys. Definitely appreciate it a lot. Nico outside, absolutely wrecking Natu and Reflex with that AWP, and this is one of the reasons why Copenhagen Wolves is so dangerous on the CT side. It's definitely Nico's play coming in, and I mean, I think as well now the Finnish team is really starting to crumble. I don't think they can put a lot of energy into this game anymore either.
You feel pretty deflated when you lose the first half 11-4, and you've been on the favorite side.
That might be a bigger problem than what's happening to them now.
And also, to add insult to injury, you win the pistol on the T side, and you're thinking, well, hey, this could be the miracle on ice in CSGO, right? We can maybe pull this back, and then you lose the anti-eco. Because some crazy Dane named Danny drops a 3-dig. Like, that doesn't normally happen, but that's kind of what Copenhagen Wolves does.
That does not normally happen. You're absolutely right. SMF, just that one round alone was a golden one. There've been a lot of highlights in this best of 3 already, but that was maybe one of them. Map point here. Copenhagen Wolves 1 round away from going to Gamescom.
And divert your eyes towards Kerrigan.
What? No.
Really?
The
Kerrigan.
Orc? At least it's not a negative, I suppose, so...
Kerrigan, I am impressed, mate. Really. Well done. Alright, guys, let's see. Can they do it? This is a force buy from ENCORE. Pretty much anything they can put together, they've got on their team. Cologne doesn't even need Kevlar helmet. He believes in the headshot right now with his AK. But Nico is hunting in the yard, and Kerrigan has actually picked up a frag with that AUG.
Yeah, he has. It's the COD Org, and he's going to be taking another one down. Caron and Ixart, and it's all over. 16-5 for Copenhagen Wolves, as Ixart has just a little bit of time to live here. They're actually just hunting for him. They no longer have any cares in the world, and I don't really blame them. What a performance from Copenhagen Wolves on this map. Really stunning playing. Congratulations to them. They're going to be joining the rest of the teams at Gamescom. And, well, Disturbed still being a well-mannered, really pleasant guy saying, you know, GG, well played, good luck at Cologne. There it is, guys, 16-5. Wow.
There it is.